in Transformation U, we are on week 4, Sifu.
Week
I can't
4.
even believe it.
It is flying by.
It's unbelievable. Now, last week we did another week of forgiveness, and now this week we're crossing that bridge.
Yes, we're going to
What do we have to look forward to?
Well, this week what we want to do is really talk to Diane about her progress, and not only her progress, but we're also going to do some Chi Gong with her.
Ooh.
And she told me some things about her computer not working right, so I said, you know what, let's do some Chi Gong, the simple, effective exercises that I can share with you that you could actually practice at home and do anywhere, anytime.
That's amazing. Now, congratulations, Diane. You're doing a really, really great job. How do you feel?
I'm excited. I'm feeling very good. I'm feeling very, very good.
Now, I have a few questions. So, number one is, now you're feeling great, and I mean, you have a light about you again. You can see you have the wind in your sails.
Yeah.
What do you have to do to keep going in this direction?
Well, fortunately, I'm going to have Sifu with me to work with me throughout the next year. He's given me goals, he's given me accountability, and he's also given me the opportunity to have a vision and to share my vision with him and, with you guys right now, too.
So what does this look like to you? Is this a weekly session? Are you going to still come up here? Because I know you live a few hours away.
Funny story this week. Sifu's telling, I said, my computer's down, I can't do the Chi Gong, and I can't do the homework that I'm supposed to be doing. And he goes, well, go to the local library. Well, I live in the Poconos right now, and the local library is, with the ice and the snow and stuff, would be really far away. So, it's not, the dog ate my homework is not the anymore for me. So, I will have to make up my homework next time. And it'll depend on Sifu. We can do
Well, the great thing about coaching can be done anywhere.
Absolutely.
We do it on Skype, we do it on telephone. I have clients all over the world, so.
Yeah.
Now, what has to happen to keep the momentum going? Do you find, Sifu, that sometimes you get to this place, it's almost like, I'll use it as an example, like if you're on a diet, and you're like, oh, I lost those 10 pounds, and now I can eat whatever I want again, instead of like keeping it moving to really create a lifestyle instead of just a moment. How do you do that?
Well, it's kind of like that story about, the farmer with his old favorite mule.
I don't know that story.
You know that story? The old favorite mule fell into a ditch.
Okay.
And so he realized he couldn't get it out. It was old. He kind of gave up on it. So he started digging, and he started throwing the dirt on the mule. And every time the dirt hit the mule's head, the mule would shake it off. But at one point, the mule started crying because he thought he was going to die.
I'm sure.
Yeah, but the farmer would just throw it and he'd shake it off. And every time he shook it off, there was some dirt that landed on the ground. And he would use his feet and come up a little higher, and then he'd throw some more dirt in and he'd come up a little higher. And suddenly, the farmer realized, oh my God, I'm going to save my mule. And he kept doing it, and the mule just kept shaking it off. And I think in life, we have to shake it off too, and just keep moving forward until we get ourselves out of the ditch, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So to go with what you like to say, which is breathe, believe, and achieve, the mule started breathing, so the farmer believed, and
together they were able to achieve. That's right.
Got it. Now, Diane, how is your spiritual life now? Are you meditating daily? Are you doing Qigong daily, praying daily? What are you doing? Because you can see a difference, and that, I know it's always, many things that you incorporate.
I've been really lucky. I've incorporated Qigong every day into my life. I'm doing it in the morning and in the evening. I'm also walking in nature.
Oh, that's healing.
Right now I get to feed the deer every day. The deer come. We're like the McDonald's of the neighborhood.
You're the drive-thru.
Yeah, that's right. And they demand their carrots and their apples, and we're doing that.
Do they tell you?
Oh, absolutely. They stand there and wait, So, that's, for me, that, and I'm meditating. I think that's really important. And I have this book, a prayer book that I was given. I'm not an alcoholic, but I went to a Woman for Sobriety group, actually for weight loss. And I like to read the prayers in there once in a while. So I've been trying to make that a daily practice. Thank you. We're
So-
finding problem.
I would say those things, and like you said with the Chi Gong, that is helping with your change in perspective.
Yes.
Now, Sifu, when you see a client having a change in perspective, how do we keep moving now?
Well,
What's the
there's a
next
couple
thing?
of coaching questions that they're like go-to coaching
Yes,
questions that
yes.
I always ask.
Okay.
And the first one is, okay, so you're doing great in this area, you're moving forward. First thing is, what do you have to do to keep moving forward? So what is one thing you could do to keep moving forward with this area?
Well, it's to continue to do self-improvement through my walks with nature, the Qigong, make this a lifestyle and not just a fleeting thing.
So it's about being consistent to make it a lifestyle,
Yes,
right?
yes,
So what would that look
absolutely.
like for you?
Rolling out of bed and doing the Qigong is the first thing I like to do in the morning. I've also incorporated some Tai Chi and some George Foreman now, but I can't get out.
I like George Foreman.
So what has to happen on a daily basis for you to be consistent? For instance, are you on a schedule? Is it
Yeah.
is it consistently done at the same time every day?
Yes.
What exactly is happening?
Well, I make myself get up at a certain time every day, and I just do it. I need purpose in my life. We all do. I need focus, and I haven't had that in a long time. So I feel that it's really important that I do this. As a nurse, you're very goal-oriented anyway, and I've always been goal-oriented, but you lose focus when you don't have a reason to get up in the morning.
It's true.
Yeah.
Now, Sifu, we've talked about Qigong a lot. Will you tell our audience what it is for those who don't know? I mean,
Sure.
you know.
Well, the Chinese believe that all sickness in the body is caused when qi or energy, the body's natural energy, is blocked. So Qigong is basically a set of exercises that incorporates breathing, movement, imagination, that eliminates or moves the energy to restore health. That's the simple, most basic explanation I can give
That
you.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Are you going to show us some exercises?
We are going to do some exercises.
Okay. When do you want to do it?
Would you like to do it now?
I am fine.
Okay, and so
Okay.
for those of you at home, I encourage you to participate and follow along. Tonight, we're just going to do a few exercises. They're very simple. There's some healing sounds, is what we call them. And we're not going to do all of them. We're just going to do a few that I think would be beneficial to Diane, okay?
I'm all about, as a nurse, I feel that East meets West is really important. And as a baby boomer, we're very open to alternative medicines and treatments and therapy. So I'm real excited about learning about Qigong.
Excellent.
Very cool.
So the first one that we're going to do is for sadness and grief. And so it's like clearing that energy out of our body.
Okay.
So again, if you're at home and you want to try along with this, you're welcome to do it. Just sit down. And what we're going to do is just take a couple of deep breaths first. So inhale through the nose, tongue in the roof of the mouth. Take a deep breath in, breathing from the dantian, 2 inches below the navel. And then exhale. Good. And again through the nose, right? Again, inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Good. And now we're going to combine movement and imagination, right? So we're going to imagine that we're pushing sadness and grief away and out of our bodies, okay? And the way we're going to do this, we're going to start with our hands. We're going to bring them in. We're going to pull them back, inhale. And then as you exhale, I want you to go shh. Until you empty out those lungs. And again, inhale. And let's do it one more time. Inhale. Does that feel pretty good?
That's good.
Good. And then the next one is for impatience. It's really important that we're patient with ourselves, right? So we say that impatience is in the heart, right? And we know in Qigong that the heart and the mind are connected. So this is very soothing and great for stress reduction as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to inhale and bring the hands in towards us. And as we exhale, we're going to go, ah. And again, ready? Inhale. Exhale and ah. And one more. Inhale. Exhale and You notice how the sound even has an effect on you, right?
Oh, it really does.
Yeah.
You know, as a female, we're, especially a loud female such as myself, we're always so cognizant of how loud we sound, and you don't want to draw attention to yourself. So I really had a hard time in the beginning in doing some of these because you want to go. I'm really lucky. I have a really good roommate, Dulcie. Hey, Dulcie. and her and I were both 63, so we're like, and it just is such a wonderful. I can't tell you how energizing it is to do this to start the day.
Well, there you go. So we got 2 great exercises. Let's do one last one, okay? It's very simple.
And then I have questions.
Okay.
I do. Because I want to know, why do you have to have your tongue at the roof of the mouth? What's that all about?
It's a connection.
Okay.
Right? And again, I don't want to get too deep with all that stuff. So basically, you have different meridians or channels in the body, right? So tongue in the roof of the mouth, teeth together. Number 1 prevents you from having dry mouth. Your saliva moving. The saliva aids in the digestive system.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right. So this is all part of the connection that we use in our chi circulation.
And why are we so vocal when we do it?
Well, because sounds have a profound effect on the body. I mean, think about like a singer sings, right?
Oh, yeah.
There's a vibration that the sound gives off, right? So these sounds, the different sounds actually are connected to certain emotions, certain body organs or body systems, and it helps to clear out.
It makes sense, because think of a baby. A baby recognizes its mom's voice, whoever is with it all the time.
Absolutely.
Certain soothing sounds calm a baby down.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So we'll do one more.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Absolutely.
Okay. So we're going to balance our 3 what they call dantians, energy centers, right?
Okay.
So we're going to inhale and raise the hands, and then exhale and she. And again, inhale, exhale and she. And one more. Inhale, exhale and she.
I don't think we're going to make it as an a cappella group.
I want to do next week, if we do a little Chi Gong. I want to do the bucket one you did on Dr. Oz. I tried that at home with Ron.
Casting chi from side to side.
I want to cast my chi. Now, so Diane, are you feeling like that exhilarating, feeling like peaceful, feeling like, I know when I've been through my resets, and there was this moment, and I was in yoga, and I was standing there, and I thought, oh my gosh, like, I feel so good. I feel so grounded. I'm at peace. Like, I'm strong again. I'm happy. And for me, it was totally a threefold, like you're going through. I had my friends Chris and John Lupo, who taught me the Bible more, and I really got closer with my walk to God. So that was number 1. And then my Fit Republic, Body Culture, those guys, Thomas and George, have gone to forever. They really do keep me, going. And then my friend Jessica at Soul Motion, my yoga teacher, like she really taught me how to meditate and just listen to my body. So those 3 things, I mean, I've been practicing a long time now, and they've helped me like peel the layers, like Sifu talks about. And like one day I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm at peace, I'm grounded, like I am reset, I'm transformed. Do you feel like that when you do Chi Gong? I can't talk. Apparently I can't talk anymore. I might be grounded, but I can't talk.
I love starting my morning with Chi Gong because I do feel grounded.
Yeah.
That period where you feel like you're really good. Last week, Sifu and I were here after everything was done, and he did a few things with me, a compassion exercise that really was so powerful for me. It just put me into a place where I finally feel at peace with a lot of things, my demons I was dealing with.
Like you're healed. The healing has started.
The healing has started.
Yeah.
I still have work to do. I mean, but I just feel like I'm on the right path at this point.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you. Good job, Sifu.
Thank you.
You're awesome. Now let's talk about your career. what are your career goals now? I mean, when we met you 4 weeks ago, you were rock bottom, you were like over it all, I think it's very safe to say.
Yes.
And now you have a little bounce in your step.
I do.
So, what's going on here?
Well, I'm doing some research. For those that aren't aware, I am a nurse. I had a website. I help people remain in their homes. I'm a dementia care specialist. So I am looking at avenues where I can take my passion and my love and turn that into an income for me. I'm also looking at becoming a freelance writer at this point in time. And I'm exploring that with Sifu's help at this point in time. And I just had an idea about starting with my caregiver relief site and my care partner job site, doing a senior concierge service. So yeah,
That's awesome.
So that's what I'm working on right now, and it's all going to be a process, but I have some ideas that I'm working on at this point in time.
My dad talked about that recently, like how it would be so great to just like pick people up and just take them to the store. And I know there's places that do it, but sometimes it's just it's not as easy as they make it sound.
It's really not, and it's hard for people to accept.
Sure.
Hey, if I could I'd get a mobile makeup artist and beauty salon, so we could go around and barber and have that kind of stuff, and dry cleaning all in one van.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Now, have you thought about like fees and things like that?
I am
Fee
exploring. I have some friends in the field.
Because you need to make money.
Yes,
This time around.
And this time around I do.
Yeah.
And so I'm working on that. Yes.
Now,
We're going to be putting your business plan together for you over the next week.
We are going to.
I can't wait to see that.
We're going to go into business coaching. So.
All right.
Yeah.
That'll be exciting.
It will be.
Yeah.
It will be. I've not had that.
Well, we just talked about this recently, you and I, and people have amazing businesses and amazing ideas, but they only go so far because they're just not totally prepared for everything that could happen.
That's why one out of five makes it, the others fail. So.
Well, there's 3 keys to success that we use in the Fowler coaching system, right? And Barry, if you're watching, how you doing?
Hi, Barry.
Let's give a shout out to Barry Fowler. He's the founder of Fowler International Coaching Academy.
Which I'm a huge fan, Barry.
He's also the founder of Sylvan Learning Centers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's developed a coaching process, which is part of the process that I use, especially with the business coaching. And he believes that the 3 keys to success are really simple. It's the dreams you have, the plans you make, and the actions you take. It really comes down to those 3 things. And then we give you some tools in between to kind of formulate your business plan. But that's what we're going to be doing over the next couple of weeks.
Hey, Barry, do you have lifelong learning for seniors? There's a thought for you.
That's not a bad idea. I mean, the Sylvan Learning Center is just
They're incredible.
amazing.
Yes,
Yeah,
they are.
amazing.
Yeah, great job.
Now, what about your eating? How is your eating? You went through this forgiveness exercise,
Yes.
and I'm really curious because the one thing you kept saying is you abuse your body by putting bad things in it because you're sad and that's how you fill yourself, because you're filling your emotions.
I'm an emotional overeater. I have a problem, and I always have had a problem with food. I have a very unhealthy relationship with food. I'm happy, I'm sad, I eat.
A lot of people though.
I know, but it
Yeah.
is something that I've dealt with my entire life. And what I've learned for the first time in my life is I actually feel like I can look at something and see it from a different perspective. And I've really done very well
All
with
right.
my eating. I have to say, it's just amazing. I'm actually able to think, is it worth it?
Well, you're being mindful.
And I'm very mindful. I'm not only doing mindful eating, but I'm mindful as what I'm feeling, why I'm eating. Like when I want to go and eat a cake, or two, and with a gallon of ice cream.
That's a lot from that.
Well, hey, let's just say.
And a pizza.
There's people that can relate to this.
No, I know.
I'm actually looking at it from what am I feeling? Why am I feeling? Is it going to make me better? Make me feel better if I stuff my face? And it's just taking me, again, it's that whole process, the coaching questions of the process. So
That's
and also
awesome.
a shift in perspective, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Being able to look at it from a different angle.
Absolutely. It's just, I am looking at it from a different angle. And as you get older, you really have to start watching, your health, because that's when chronic disease and illness sets in.
Well, I love that you're being mindful because, obviously when you're eating bad, you feel bad. And when you're eating good, you feel good.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably a huge part of the reason you're feeling so good too. Is because
Oh,
you're feeding your body good
Yeah.
things.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now let's give out some info.
Yes.
We haven't talked about this yet. It's still not too late to join. You can get on this program with Sifu. He can coach you. Look at Diane. She's doing so amazing. I mean, I feel good by learning all this.
And they can do it in the comfort of their own home.
Yeah.
It's an online
Which is
training
cool.
program called Transformation U, and we have a page on Facebook. And so if you go to the page, you can actually do the course. It's online, it's at home, it's only $79.
And even
That's
if
it.
they're starting late, it doesn't matter. They can catch up.
to where we're at.
Yeah.
They can work through whatever their goals are, whatever they want to accomplish. There's some great exercises. A lot of the exercises that I've been doing with Diane are all in the curriculum. There's a workbook. If you're interested in the workbook, just let us know. You can join our private Facebook
Yes.
group as well and get more additional information, training, and additional videos of you going through your process.
And don't forget, we're looking for our next reset. So
And we've had a
message
couple of
us.
requests.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did. So we want you to message us and please tell us your story. Be honest. We want to know everything because we want to help you, like we're helping Diane. Because Sifu's doing an amazing job, and look at her. I mean, wow, it's really great. Really great. Seriously. Now, are you still doing the intermittent fasting? I wanted to ask you.
I absolutely am. It's just really good for me. The research I've done says if you're a diabetic, I'm not diabetic, but I could be it's just in my genes. And intermittent fasting is really good for you. So I've been doing from noon to 6 every day.
So that means for the audience who doesn't know what intermittent fasting is, you don't eat anything in the morning,
Right.
then you eat from noon to 6, and then you don't eat anything until noon again the next day.
Correct.
Yeah.
I do drink.
Why did you choose that process?
My son and his girlfriend Jacqui,
Mm-hmm.
hey guys,
Shout out.
have introduced me to it, and I did the research, and I thought this was something that I would like to try.
Okay, so here's the big question of the night.
Okay.
What is important to you now? You're in week 4. You've crossed the bridge. I know you're still healing, and you will be for a long time. It's a process, and everybody has their own timeline on it too. So you can't rush it. You gotta do it, feel it, move through it. What's important to you now?
For me right now, I think that what's important is my health, getting on the right track, and staying in a good mental frame. So it's continuing with the Chi Gong, continuing with the exercises, and incorporating the different practices or techniques. Yeah. Coaching techniques, yeah, that Sifu has worked with me on.
Now, this is a twofold thing, though, because your health was affected by your finances. So how do you feel about your finances now?
Well, the finances are still in the toilet. But oh well.
It's okay.
They
You
get
can
a
flush those problems away.
But I'm hoping that that's going to change with getting up on that horse again and trying, working on building a new business.
I just want to make sure that as you're going through this, as a woman, I'm very emotional with everything. And the finances totally directly correlate to whatever that unhealthy behavior
Yes,
is, and
it
yours
does.
is eating.
Yes, it is.
So you want to make sure that you keep it in check.
Yes.
So as you move, you're moving, and you
Yeah.
stay on that good path. you
I'm
know?
actually going to start journaling my food intake. I'm going to journal my exercising. And I think that that's also going to help.
It does help, because sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, what did I do?
Well, Diane is also going to be in the phase where we start the 15-day challenge.
Oh.
So it incorporates all of those things as well as a big goal. And I think the big
Okay.
goal for you is going to be your business.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be a pretty intense 15 days that we're about to go through.
Oh no.
So what does that look like? Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, it incorporates really a lifestyle, right?
Mhm.
Because habits you train, habits you gain.
Ooh, I like that.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Say it again. I like
Habits you
that.
train or habits you gain.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to start with making sure, number one, she stays with her eating, right? You got to have good eating habits. Number two, sleep. Sleep is a big one, right?
Yeah.
So we got to figure out the time. Everybody's different, right? How much sleep do you actually need, right? So we're going to work on sleep. We're going to work on consistent exercise. So the Chi Gong is your form of exercise or chosen method of exercise.
Right.
Walking is your chosen method of exercise. We're going to keep doing all those things as well, right? And lastly, we have to set a goal that's going to stretch you. Not something that you think is impossible, right? It's something that you feel like I can do, but it's going to stretch you a little bit, okay?
I could stand to be a little taller, so I'd be okay.
Get that Pilates machine out.
And I think what we've chosen for you is your business, right? We're going to
Yes,
concentrate on helping you develop
Yes.
the business, get it moving forward,
Yes.
and
I
do those
think that-
things. And I have some experts I'll introduce you to as well.
Awesome.
So I'd love to talk about next week a little bit.
Mhm.
What does next week look like for Diane? We have a coaching session. Is it going to get a little more intense now because you are focusing on business?
Well, it's going to get more intense just because of the 15-day challenge automatically. But in addition to that, it's going to get, more detailed about the business. One of the things that I've asked Diane to do is actually go home and visualize. If anything were possible, what would you like to accomplish? What kind of business would you like to build? And really coming from a place of possibilities.
Now, the business, and I'm just backing up for maybe
Sure.
people that are just joining us for the first or second time. You chose business because that was one of your biggies. Other than forgiveness, that was that next one, that next category, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with this 15 days, will you talk every day for 15 days to stay
Well,
on
no,
track?
we
or
don't
no?
talk every day for
Okay.
15 days. We coach once a week, just like we
Okay.
always have.
Okay.
She's got to monitor, and this is coaching.
Okay.
Coaching, you got to do the work. I don't
It's
do
up
the
to
work
me
for
to
you.
do the
It's up to
work,
her.
yeah.
So your dog better get it together and not eat your homework.
Not that I have a dog.
Well, you should have ran with it, girl. Should have ran with it. I don't know. All right, well, I love this. This was an awesome night. It's like so wonderfully encouraging. I mean, you're really doing it, Diane. And the inward and outward journey is showing.
Yes.
It's really cool.
One of the things I want to tell our viewers, she's got some great encouragement, some great comments. Please keep that encouragement coming forward because she's reading those things, we're sharing those things with her, and she needs that encouragement to keep moving forward in her life. So please keep that up.
Now, Sifu, where can they find us?
They can find us on Transformation Use page.
In your public page.
And my
too.
public page too, Sifu Karl Romain.
And what do you always say? Breathe, believe, and achieve. And thank you for watching Transformation U and Reset. And we will see you next time. And remember, you can better yourself and you deserve it.
Join us every week on Reset.
As we take our guests through a life-changing transformation.
Make sure to subscribe,
Like us
share.
with your friends.